Hello, my name is Reg, and you're watching Shattered Dungeons. Somewhere.
We are back and live, and we got a full cast, everybody. Everybody is here. We got special people. We got that one fan still here, right somewhere up there. We're Shattered Dungeons. We play an indie RPG called Shattered Dawn, 2nd edition, every Tuesday night. And this evening, we're going to deal with some very important things in terms of how dungeons fall out of the sky. We have a full 7-point presentation prepared. It's all math, so hope you're in for a really fun audio podcast. I'm kidding.
Nothing better than visual math.
Yeah, it's honestly the best.
2 dungeons are falling at equal speed.
The kind where you just click.
Yeah.
And you get the answer.
Yeah. So if you are a patron on our Patreon page or a subscriber on Twitch, you get a free potency flux that you could use potentially this episode to ruin everything and everyone and cause mass hysteria and great many casualties.
We like it.
Yeah, so if you want that to happen, now this is the episode. Really lean into it. So Tofu, if you're in chat, talking to you. You can get retribution should you choose. Don't forget
You
to
can't hurt me more than Vanessa or Eddie did.
Oh, I mean, you're
Don't
not wrong,
challenge them.
Don't challenge them, right? Let's not try.
Yeah. We also have lots of fun miniature shorts and short excerpts from some of the episodes. I finally got to post the one from several weeks ago. The NPC guy's kid who's named a goner. Hey, Michaela, while it is a full house.
Hey there, man.
That was a fun one to relive. We got some others that I'll throw up there too. Hopefully I'll have some time this week to actually do a miniature short. And then don't forget, a great way to support the show is buying these shirts. Do it. I think I have 3 left, so make it happen.
Do it.
Also, speaking of low inventory values, we have 1 starter kit left, 1 physical starter kit left. If you want the digital copy, you can go to the website on the store and go get the digital one. It's unlimited inventory on that one. They exist. You can't get rid
Forever.
of them. Yeah.
Physical one's better though.
Oh, thanks. The physical one is pretty cool. So if you want it, go to the shop and grab it. ShatterTabletopGames.com/shop. So anywho, we're gonna jump into our intro video. So enjoy, and we will see you back in a moment. Long ago, a powerful spellcaster by the name of Vezifal began to study the secrets of immortality. For years, he researched, then finally had a breakthrough. He performed the ritual and became a lich. After years of pillaging and war, he grew bored and retired to his tower. It was then he decided to build a dungeon.
There are those of you out there who said I could not design the perfect dungeon, Vanessa. But I proved them all wrong. We got demons, we got dragons, we got undead, we even got unpaid interns. Head on down, because
this is Shattered Dungeons. This is Shattered Dungeons.
We
skill.
are back. Welcome, everyone. This episode of Shattered Dungeons is sponsored by our patrons on Patreon and our subscribers on Twitch. Go be one. It's a great way. Tepid the Pond, welcome. Thank you for the follow. We got a fun session in store for you this evening. Sorry, hold on. An intercast chat is happening very quickly. All right, we're good. So we got a fun session tonight. We got a full cast, as I said a moment ago. Let's start with some cast intros. Let's go backwards. Let's really mix it up. We got Grunkle, played by Dion.
Everybody, today I will be trying not to die as I do every day.
That's great. Good for everybody. We also have Cypress, our resident Slavic werewolf, played by Rachel.
Hello, I am Cypress, and gravity can't kill me. I am simply too strong, so thank you. Anyway.
We have the man, the myth, the legend himself, Lich Vezifal, played by Andrew.
Vezifal here. Also trying not to die. New experience for me.
Mortality looks good on you. We have Shorty, played by Heather.
Hey everyone, I'm Shorty Smalls, and I'm keeping it spicy, but trying not to kill everybody.
A wise decision for all. We have coming back from the wilderness, Bubby, played by Ray.
Hey everybody, it's your Bubby Mimi. I am not keeping it spicy, and I am trying to kill everybody.
And last
Just
but
hand
certainly
on
not least, we have with us a disheveled Toby, played by Jordan.
Oh, hey there. How you doing? It's me, Toby Gunderson, and I mean, it doesn't matter if I die again. I'm already dead inside. So what is it gonna do? Make me feel worse about myself? That's fine. Whatever.
Oh, no.
I hope you're good.
So, to recap, because I feel like we need it, after stealing...
Please remind me of my failures. Thank you.
I am absolutely about to. So after our dungeon interns stole Lich Vezifal's heart back from his father-in-law, Gaelic von Dragos, the Draco Lich, you found your way to Lich Vezifal's tower, in which Lich Vezifal, Hero, and Harold, the animated statue, were waiting for you all. You fought Zumi and Klin the Gorgon in an attempt to retake the tower, and you did at the cost of Mac, who is now a puddle of murky goo on the floor. And so after you took it back, in the middle of the fight, Harrow accidentally cut Lich Vezifal's heart, providing him a mortal existence that he has not been used to for some time. And so afterwards, you all decided to split up. 3 of you would go up into the sky, into the dungeon that was floating off into space to try and dispel the trap that is causing the dungeon to float. And then the other portion of you stayed behind with Lich Vezifal to make sure that his ritual to catch the dungeon with a very powerful telekinesis spell worked. And so we're going to pick it up after the group that went to the dungeon, the portal's up there. And so Lich Vezifal is now sitting down to begin the ritual. What is happening here? We have Shorty, Harrow, Lich Vezifal, and Bubby will make an appearance in a moment.
Tell me, Shorty, what happened when the dungeon is brought back down? You mentioned before you wanted Grunkle to lead it. So what do you intend to do to me?
Shorty, my lord Lich Vezifal is talking to you. You seem to be staring off into space.
I thought he might be talking to me, but as
it's tough to
it's
see
been
with
the case lately, I'm
blank
having a hard
eyes.
time hearing him or paying attention to him without wanting to. Could you ask me again, Lich? Because I just couldn't process.
I think you basically answered it. I said, what do you intend to do to me after I bring the dungeon down? And you,
I don't intend to do anything to you, if it's at all in my power. I'm working hard to protect us all and get the dungeon back intact.
And,
Perhaps overthrow you.
and why do you seek to overthrow me?
Grunkle's my leader.
And I am.
I support Grunkle. Team Grunkle. For one, he's alive.
Oh, that'll do it.
And
I need a live flesh and body person to lead me, so I don't want to kill them.
what about
And so
Toby?
my dungeon is run well.
Toby's dead. You have an issue?
Grunkle's dead?
No, me. I'm dead.
Oh,
You have an
Toby's
issue
a
with
nuisance
that?
too.
You're surrounded by them.
That's fair. Of course she wouldn't want me either.
Toby, you're not here.
I can sense my own
Even-
misery across the
I
verse.
swear I can hear my brother even now.
I mean, Lich, don't you know all the things that Grunkle built in the dungeon? Like he took it to a whole new level. And all
Literally.
the death traps, the really good ones, were his idea.
And I have made steps to ensure that he will reign as regent. But he will still be bound by the contract to me. A contract that you yourself signed. Or did you?
Well, as long as you're here, I will be bound, and I will have to abide by it.
And what if this ceremony does not go well? Or as you expect?
I'm sorry, you're breaking up. I can't understand anything you're saying.
It's fine.
I'm sorry,
used-
you're going through a tunnel.
What was that? Were you still talking to me?
What if the ceremony does not go according to plan or as you expect?
Well, it would be very disappointing. It might wither away any and all. What's the word? Drive or ambition I have to hold myself back from killing you with this sword. I don't know what happened to me when I picked this sword up. But it's quite
You
powerful.
intend to harm my lord Lich Vezifal? Why is
No, I
this the
don't.
first time hearing of this?
I don't intend to.
Oh,
But I
well,
might
okay.
be compelled to.
By whom?
I don't know. Whoever created this sword. Somebody wants the undead dead.
But they can't die again.
I don't understand it either. That's why I'm holding myself back. But I am Team Grunkle. I just want to be honest about it. But I understand the contract.
Now, Harrow, I might not be able to die again, but I can be destroyed.
You gonna tell me how?
No, he's going to
But-
tell me how.
But Harrow, I want you to listen to me.
I'll listen.
This is my order to you. If Shorty lifts that sword against me to strike me down, you are to stand down.
What? What? Why?
I
Sounds like a
reward
trap.
loyalty. I will reward yours, Harrow. In your next life, perhaps.
You have done nothing
Nice.
but prove yourself admirable and worthy of your claims, my lord.
But I feel it's time to test Shorty's loyalty. We'll see if by the end of today, she destroys me.
I will keep a watchful eye. Shall you
I
begin the
watched enough
ritual?
Star Wars to know where this is going.
Are you going to begin the ritual?
He's thinking about it.
Actually, I'm thinking about it.
You
see?
What is there to think about? I mean, Shorty's. What would you call them, Shorty? Your minions? Your friends? colleagues, workplace associates.
My peeps?
Her peeps are up there in the dungeon as we speak.
We are delicious marshmallows.
I know.
So, you'd be willing to kill everyone?
I'm not going to kill anyone.
But not try to save them?
I already did it. I already saved them.
Oh. I'm so confused, Lich. Are you speaking in riddles or am I just not listening?
I think it's a mixture of both. But
what are those death is the release kind of?
I am thinking of a plan. I'll begin a ritual. I'm going to start like redesigning the circle I have worked on.
Okay.
And begin a new chant.
So as this is happening, we transition to the group in the dungeon. So you all are setting up, you are casting the spell, Cypresses, I believe, if I remember right.
No, I handed it to Dion.
Yes, Grunkle
Because I don't do magic.
Casting the Greater Negate spell. And as he is casting it, Dion's arms begin to glow a brilliant hue of orange as you see markings start cutting into his skin with light shining out of them. And it's painful, Grunkle. It is very painful. Even though your mic is muted, we can see the pain. And as you look at it, a look of fear leaps into your eye. What do you do?
I start projecting my thoughts in regards to what I said there to see if there's any response to answer.
Sorry. As you project in response to the burning sensation on your arms, you can very clearly feel a tie to Lich Vezifal.
So I did they see what was burned into my arms?
Because you are in front of everyone, basically, casting the scroll, no one really sees what's happening. They just assume.
Are you good?
You look over at Toby and he's got a bottle of alcohol in his hand.
You doing okay, buddy?
But yeah, they haven't seen it.
I didn't think magic was that painful. I'm glad I didn't read it. You know what I'm saying?
They say love is magical and it causes a lot of pain too, you know.
Oh, it's a different kind of pain, Toby.
I don't know if I like this aspect. If it burns and itches, you should go to a doctor or an alchemist. I'm just saying. But
please consult your doctor.
I try to wrap up my arm as to alleviate any potential concern.
Okay.
From their ability to read this.
Okay. As you obscure the gleaming runes on your forearm, the scroll you're casting comes to a close, and you can see the energy that's keeping this dungeon afloat in the sky begin to dissipate. What do you do?
We're going down. The ship is going down.
So, everyone, have you ever seen like a ball get thrown directly up into the air and it kind of moves fast and then comes to a halt and then begins slowly falling faster and faster and faster? The downward trajectory is what's happening. Everyone kind of is good for a sec, and then everyone starts floating up as this massive dungeon enters free fall. And everyone, Toby included, is pushed up into the ceiling, where a mixture of stone and magical energy prevent any being from leaving the interior of the dungeon. You are all faced with the worst sensation you've ever experienced in your life. What do you do?
You say the worst sensation.
Again.
True.
kind of
Can we
fun.
stand on the ceiling? Or is it too much?
You can
we, like,
dancing
stand,
on the
but you
ceiling?
can only move 2 squares per turn.
That's fair. I do a little happy jig. Like, it'll be okay, everyone. It'll be okay.
This is very weird. I don't like it.
It's covered.
Wait, this is happening.
It's covered? What does that mean?
It's not just me.
As
Trust
everyone
Trust the
is
process.
in
That is-
free
No.
fall,
Really good
we
job.
come back to the boots on the ground, if you will. Lich Vezifal, you feel an
Ground control.
inward energy response, I guess, from Grunkle as he has identified several people. In doing that, Bubby Mimi wanders forth from the wilderness. Bubby, you see Lich Vezifal doing a ritual. Shorty is standing there, her blade brandished, and Harrow is just kind of looking on, confused.
Par for the course.
Bubby,
I go get a drink and look at what happens.
where did you go to get a drink?
What do you mean?
You've been gone for days.
Well, I mean, I'm back. It's not like I went to get milk.
Did she go down to like one of the old failed dungeons?
She's got like a fridge down there somewhere.
So what's happening? What's going on here?
Well, the dungeon is... Well, it's in the sky.
Falling out of the sky.
It looks like it's falling now. Lich Vezifal, do it. Do what you wanted to do.
Yeah, do that thing.
How are you doing, Bubby?
This is not a good time for a family. You know what? It is a good time for
It
a
is a
family
good
reunion.
time. Harrow, go to my stash. Pour a drink for me.
Lives are at stake. Shorty, what say
Tell
you
me-
about this?
They'll be fine. Trust the process.
Oh, I'll trust the process. I'm going to go get a drink from the stash in the tower. He walks off.
That's why we have insurance, right? I mean,
That is exactly. This isn't the first dungeon that fell on me.
yeah.
What do you
I'm
That's
trying
right.
so hard to trust the process.
Shorty, would you
Hey,
like
Shorty.
to drink too?
I don't know. I feel
Harrow,
like you might poison
bring
me
the
at this
table.
point.
Shorty, what's with the shiv?
Well, I really like it. It's quite useful when we need it, but it also makes me want to kill a couple of people in our group. I'm
Been
working
there.
hard against it, though. I know who I am.
Out of
No,
curiosity,
don't do that.
This Bubby registered.
Don't work
on your
against it.
Radar.
I don't want
Yeah.
to kill Lich, though. I want Grunkle in the dungeon to make it down intact.
Look, we all have impulses. It's nature. Just let
I
it take its
know.
course.
Mine's a little exacerbated, though. My impulses. But I know who I am.
Harrow walks back with a table, some chairs, and some beverages. That dungeon's getting awfully close to the ground over there.
I cast
Close
the
on like mountain
ceremony.
horseshoes and
It
hand
will take
grenades.
care of itself.
What do you mean you've cast a ceremony? Like, we don't need to worry. It's gonna stop free falling?
Probably.
It'll make us
I mean,
stop.
It will. Yeah, we are 100%
Into the
guaranteed
ground.
that it will stop.
It will stop.
It will.
Mm-hmm.
So your greatest
good
dungeon
news
ever, you have
is-
no loyalty
But
to
it
any of the
impacts.
people on there who've helped you build it.
The good news is the fall
misunderstand.
won't kill any of them.
Oh, it won't?
No,
Exactly.
the abrupt
Trust the
stop at
process.
the end will.
Bubby, you seem to be... Don't you know Good Schmooey is up there?
He had a good run.
Nobody has any love for you today, Toby.
Yikes.
Shorty.
Did I ever tell you I had a third child?
No, I feel
Wait,
like right
Ryan.
now, with lives at stake, is not the time. But I've been wrong already.
I have a.
That's what they said when I was hanging around with all those underlings too. But
Here,
No.
pour that drink. I need it.
Here you go. Drought of the damned for you.
do we
Brother or
see the
sister?
dungeon
Do
yet?
I have a brother or a sister?
Well,
You said I had a third sibling.
Bubby, that's...
They're non-binary.
How dare you?
I don't know. Underlings. That's all I know about them.
Fair.
Don't you know
An
me?
underling, and that's all you know.
I'm like a mother sea turtle. I lay the eggs and then I just kind of wander off, and then nature does its thing.
That's
You hope they make it to the
You
water.
have enough so you hedge your bets.
I'm just saying,
terrible.
One of them will make it through.
survival of the fittest.
Uh,
I don't know how this one made it.
Shorty,
There's a lot of
I need
markers
you
in
to roll.
environment now that can mess
Shorty,
with
I
a
need
turtle.
you to roll a speech check. Lich Vezifal, I also need you to roll a speech check. With
Perhaps you're unfamiliar with troll biology.
Who did you say?
Speech check, yeah.
Shorty?
Yep, Shorty and Vezifal. As the dungeon is nearing the ground, you are overcome with between the stress of that and the indifference of Lich Vezifal. You're overcome with emotion. Lich Vezifal, your roll against 114.
Do I get any bonuses?
I think technically you have a plus 40.
How do you technically have a plus?
Technically, so like not really.
Technically, like, I know it's at least plus 40. I don't remember if you got like odds and end bonuses. So, Shorty, 114 versus Vezifal's 98. Shorty, you are overcome with rage and emotion towards Lich Vezifal. And the sword is speaking what you assume to be truths to you.
What's it saying?
Kill him.
True.
So I'm just feeling this inner battle, and I really want the dungeon to land, and I don't want my peeps to die. So I'm just gonna like look up and just breathe fire as hard as I can, just like And then where am I? Like, where am I in?
You're standing
in
one
approximation
step
to the
away
Lich.
from Lich Vezifal and one step away from Harrow.
And hopefully not underneath the dungeon.
So what I am going
Right,
to
and
do,
so I'm just gonna like running step towards the Lich, but I'm only going to stab his foot
I scream.
as hard as I can and be like, catch the dungeon.
So, what do you do, Lich Vezifal?
I scream, first of all.
Okay.
Oh yeah, and then I whip my big sword out too, so it's not stuck in his foot.
There you go.
Shorty, what makes a dungeon for you?
What made me do that?
No, what makes a dungeon?
What makes a dungeon? Well, Gronkle made this dungeon. I mean, I don't really know. I just follow orders. I take notes. I can't remember.
A dungeon?
Stone?
No. It's
Love?
the monsters that are in there. The beings that I put in there. I do not care about the stone. I do not care about level 1, level 2, level 3, level 4. I dropped so many of these things. But you know what I value? The people. Did you forget your cursed contract? A contract I forced everyone to sign, and by default, the selection you were forced to pick unless you were dumb enough to pick the I want to be a paid intern.
Cypress.
Wink.
Wait, we aren't getting paid?
Welcome to 38 episodes ago.
You're getting college credit.
Yeah.
Getting
Where? I thought you were taking notes.
We're doing all this and we're not getting paid? Grunkle arranged it so we could get paid.
They didn't say they were good notes.
He worked it all out with Vanessa.
Did y'all change it from the original? Or did
I
you
doubt
keep-
it. Grunkle follows all the rules.
How many did you use so far? How many lives have you gone through?
How many lives have I gone through?
I've died a lot.
I don't know. Maybe 1, 3.
Mm-hmm. And ask yourself, are you still here?
Am I still here? Yeah, I think so. Oh, is that my payment?
That's your payment. I've searched hundreds of years for immortality, and I shared it with the people who swore loyalty to me.
At this point, we transition back to the falling dungeon in the sky. Toby, Grunkle, and Cypress are planted firmly against the ceiling. In free fall, Jim is next to you. Oh, what's happening? What's going on?
Hold on, Jim.
Just in case,
What are you saying?
just in case.
I'm sorry. Toby pulls his little magic frog out of his hat. He thought the booze was talking to him. It's the frog. Wait, so you're saying even if Vanessa dies, even if she does, that's a bad thing because you care about it and you should try and do something to help. Listen. Why you gotta be so right and so handsome? Okay, it's not a good combination. I don't know what I.
Cypress reaches over and takes the bottle from Toby, just very gently, fighting gravity, and then throws it against the wall.
It shatters and drops.
But just in case you guys,
Today, Cypress. Listen, I got an idea.
Alcohol won't help,
No, I got an idea.
obviously.
You guys each put a hand out, right?
No,
You put your hands together. You ever seen a cheerleader?
no, what is that?
They're very peppy teenagers. Don't worry about it.
Why are you hanging around peppy teenagers, Toby? That's suspicious.
I've been alive a few times. So we're gonna
Hang it over my head, will you?
what we're gonna do?
No,
Put your hands together. I'm gonna get in your hands.
no,
I'm gonna push off of you.
I already don't like this
My
plan.
pushies.
Don't push your push hand against me.
And you push off of me as hard as you can, and then I'm gonna
Grunkle,
through the floor.
can I just kill him and let him come back and maybe he'll be sober?
No, I'm gonna shoot through the floor.
you
Okay.
absolutely can. 100%. You can do that.
I'm gonna stop the dungeon.
What were you saying, Grunkle? Can I kill him? So you're
Oh yeah. If you
Sick.
want to, right now is the perfect opportunity.
I don't know if I can
to carry
fight,
out.
Gravity doing it, but like I'll give it
There's
a shot.
one way to find out. Get ready to rumble. But what I was gonna say before too, just in case you guys missed it, when Vezifal asked Shorty how many lives she used, Bubby Mimi started counting, and she somehow ended up carrying the one and still ended up at 8. I don't know exactly how that happens.
It'd be like that sometimes.
Didn't make it over 10 after carrying the one, but
It's all good. So, do you do anything else to try and save yourselves or anything like that?
You gotta listen.
I tell them,
We're
trust
gonna push
the process.
each other, and I'm gonna shoot through the floor, and I'll stop the dungeon from the other side. Okay?
I don't
Actually,
think-
can you kill him before you hit?
Yeah, probably.
Do it. Or not.
Okay.
Your call. Grunkle just gave you a visual cue of go for it.
Sure. This will be fun.
So are we like kind of stuck to the ceiling a little bit, or are we sort of free falling now? Or how's this working?
You're in free fall enough now to where you're not. It's like 0 gravity.
Oh, I gotta see how she's gonna manage this.
I would like to attack Toby.
Okay. Cypress leaps at Toby with a 117, an 85, an 82, and another 82. Do all of those hit?
Hold on.
How do you do this, Cypress?
One of them hits.
Okay. So I imagine, like, you know those terrible games at circuses where they spin you around really fast and you're like stuck to the wall. So she just reaches up with all of her strength and she just claws him.
And I'm trying. Since I think they're listening to me, can I try my plan based off of her hit to try and launch myself through the floor that is now the roof, or to the point, you know what I mean?
Yeah, so you're gonna take damage, I think, right, from that hit?
Yeah, 35 points of slashing and then 5 of holy, or whatever.
And then you launch yourself
Virtuous
the way you
damage.
intended. Yeah.
That is so little damage. I expected so much more from you.
Well, I hit him 3-4 times, but do I get?
Oh, that's
no.
right. Mischance.
Yeah. He missed.
Ghost.
So,
fighting gravity.
Toby goes launching from your hit towards the wall, is what you were saying? Ceiling?
Okay, so we're falling down now, and we're up.
We're on the ceiling.
What was the ceiling? So Toby's trying to launch down through the original floor so he can then try and push up against the dungeon from the outside.
Yeah, so...
You're trying to squish yourself?
I'm trying to use my telekinesis to save you fools.
So you leap after the hit, go basically like a bullet through the floor, and come out the other side, and you start to initiate your plan. You're pushing up as hard as you can with the telekinesis. Coming back to the rest of the group, Lich Vezifal, what do you do in the last moments?
I go, I'll tell you what, Shorty. We'll see how far your loyalty goes. I reach into my robes and I pull out my heart. I go, this has already been damaged. I probably won't last another century or two anyways. I place it on the table in front of me. I go, if you want to destroy me, strike that. It will destroy my very essence. I won't.
Lich, that is so gross. I can't believe you just whipped your heart out like that.
That's what Asmodeus said to me too.
Won't even go out on a date.
I'm trying so hard to not stab you in the heart because I would like for the dungeon to come down intact. Why are you trying to get me to kill you? I could just give Bubby Mimi the sword and she could kill you.
Bubby Mimi has already killed me emotionally.
Why do you need me to kill you? I'm trying to trust the process, like you said to do. Look, you've made me so upset I'm stuttering again. I outgrew that when my arms got big. All of a sudden.
It's like your tongue is Shorty again.
Shorty,
like
the reason I am pressing you.
You know how hard that was to take notes?
There's a decision that you're going to have to make right now for the future of this.
I just made it. I stabbed you in the foot so you could bring the dungeon down. Do you want
what
to
it
die?
means is he wants you to stab him in the heart.
I'm
I
saying,
feel like
Shorty,
something bad's going to happen if I do that.
you either stab me in the heart and destroy me, or you toss that sword to the side.
I stab you in the heart or what?
Toss the sword to the side.
You gotta pick Lich or sword. Who you following?
Which
Because
one,
So much
Shorty? Are
better
you
than my stories.
going to murder Lich Vezifal and I guess like very cold ancient blood? Or are you going to let loose of the cursed artifact that is causing you so much internal pain?
How do I let loose of it? What do I have to do?
You just yeet it henceforth.
Have you considered throwing it?
So I am so frustrated, and I stand back and I scream fire again, and then I raise my sword like I'm gonna stab it down into the Lich's heart, but I throw it away.
Bubby Mimi, make a stamina check. Because you see, Heather threw it to her left, and Bubby Mimi is on the left of Shorty Smalls right now. So Shorty throws the sword.
Can I also scream to the Lich that I support you?
Oh yeah, go for it. You support him? So as you throw it to the left, the blade hurls through the air, and the hilt lands in Bubby Mimi's hand, who reaches up and grabs it one-handed. And Bubby Mimi is overcome with the immense mental power of the blade, screaming out with a flaming internal pain of kill the strongest undead nearest you, which is in fact Lich Vezifal's heart. What do you do?
I feel like that is subjective. I mean, just because the sword feels like he's the strongest undead.
As the sword, she's like, the sword.
Bobby's never gonna give the Lich what he wants.
You feel the sword is you feel deep in your soul that you need to kill Lich Vezifal.
The power of the sword.
I felt that this whole time.
And this is just like pushing you over the edge.
You're empowered.
So, all right. How do I do this? Sword.
Just
Just yeet it into the hut.
Come on, sword.
I don't
give me some advice here.
Force him to help the dungeon.
Just lift me over your head and then cleave his heart in twain.
Can I do like a chef and go?
Those are some fancy words. I don't. Oh yeah. Maybe we could julienne his heart. Yeah.
Exactly. We put it in a taco or something.
His name's Vezifal, not Julian.
Oh, a taco. Do you think his heart tastes good? I mean, it's probably cured pretty nicely. What did he say, 2,000 years?
Probably like barbacoa.
Yeah, it's dry aged.
I'm surprised
for sure.
the candy lady wouldn't want to like make that a candied apple scenario or something.
Oh yeah.
Did you just eat the heart? Instead of using, you just picked the heart up and ate it? You are eating the heart right now.
Like chewing gum.
Oh my! You ate Lich Vezifal's heart.
I think it's overdone.
Lich Vezifal, Bubby Mimi is currently consuming your heart in a slow, joyous manner, really savoring each chew.
But she's not giving the sword what it wants because the sword wants to taste it, right? It's like, no.
Maybe
That was disappointing.
it's working, you're done.
Bobby, this is a test for Shorty, not for you. What are you doing? Give that back to me.
Give what, the sword back to you?
You'll get it back in about 12 to 24 hours.
The heart. Oh. What do you do to
the
that?
heart?
Shorty.
Bobby just ate
Bobby
your heart.
You ate the whole thing?
You
In
look
one
at what
bite.
Bubby spit out, and it's just like the fatty tissue that is kind of gristly.
Can we put that
Oh
back
no,
in
I want that
Vezifal?
part. That's got all that's Flavor Town. Give me that.
The left
About a week.
ventricle sits on the ground in the
I give
snow.
myself 12 hours.
I don't really need it.
Anyways,
So now what, sword?
Shorty,
There's no undead
let me
nearby.
explain to you
Good.
what I did. I empowered Grunkle to choose who lives and who dies.
Coming back to the dungeon, Toby is underneath the dungeon, like trying his best to keep the dungeon afloat from falling into the earth, I guess, Erethe itself. Grunkle and Cypress and Jim are just kind of floating around. And Toby, what are you doing as the dungeon plummets in the last moments?
I'd like to think from inside everyone can hear a very muffled singing. And if I only could, I'd make a deal with God, and I'd get him to swap our places. Be running up that road, be running up that hill, be running up that building.
Lich Vezifal, Shorty, and Bubby and Harrow's attention turns to the dungeon, and it just... right into the ground.
Just before we hit, I give Cypress a wink.
Cypress, you look at Grunkle and he winks, and you are dead immediately. Everyone in the dungeon is completely and utterly crushed to death from the sheer force of the impact.
Told ya.
Shorty, Lich Vezifal, Bubby, and Harrow, what do you say or do?
Told ya.
Fine.
The fall wasn't gonna
The
kill
real
him.
question
It's
is,
that part.
am I still alive with my heart being like this?
I don't. Well, you want me to cut it the rest of the way, my lord?
I don't understand. How does this even work anymore?
It doesn't.
Open up my notes.
Shorty's a good note
Shorty
taker.
is now so enraged. She's looking at Bubby Mimi and she's like, "Give me that sword."
Shorty,
There you
go to the dungeon.
Oh, okay, sure. What does
You want
Shorty
me to
do?
go to the dungeon?
Go there. Calm down as I look through these notes. You'll see your friends.
Are my friends going to be alive?
It depends on Grunkle.
How does it depend on Grunkle? He wasn't like lowering the dungeon from.
Ask Grunkle.
Okay, if I come back and you're still here and my friends are dead, I'm going to chop your head off with this sword.
I have a lot of
And
notes
mince
to
the
go
rest of your
through.
heart up.
How am I still alive?
Burn your notes. I'm going to burn all the notes I ever took.
All right.
Now that's all right. That's a little harsh, Shorty. You need to bring it down a notch.
Yeah, book burning's not cool. Killing me?
Come on,
fine.
let's go
But we gotta
find.
draw a line of book burning. Come on, Shorty, you're better than this.
So
Let's go see who's dead.
you
alive.
all enter the dungeon, Vezifal, are you walking with, or are you staying?
As they walk away,
Okay.
I place the sliver of my heart onto the ground.
Mm-hmm.
I look at Harrow and just go, "It's been a good run, kid." And I stomp on it.
No, my lord, no! What have you done? He clutches the amulet around his throat, and he falls to the ground, lifeless.
We've gone inside though, right?
Yeah,
What is happening?
You guys have just walked inside. We're gonna take a moment and let you explore. So as you, Shorty and Bubby Mimi, as you enter the dungeon, it is all destroyed. The ceiling has collapsed. Nothing is as it was. It looks like nothing has survived in the slightest. So you kind of follow through what you would consider to be the normal pathway, and you see all of the skeletal guardians are like bowling pins scattered everywhere. None of them are still alive in form of undead. And as you walk into the room, with that, the gravity reversal spell was placed, and you look and you see the dead corpses of Grunkle, Toby, Guys, come back on video. You can't just leave video. That's not cool.
You're messing everything up.
Yeah, guys, it doesn't look good on the screen.
I'm dead too, so.
True. You see the lifeless dead bodies of Grunkle, I guess Toby. It's like a spectral anomaly. Jim is dead. Cypress is dead. What do you do?
Shorty.
I'm enraged.
Shorty, look, there's only one thing that I can say, and that is dibs on the white meat.
Dibs on the white what?
Meat.
He didn't stutter. As Bubby walks forward to take a bite, Grunkle, you begin floating. Your lifeless body begins floating in the air, and you can see all of the broken limbs and appendages just kind of snapping back into place. And
powerful undead, attack it!
Cypress has the sword now. I mean, Shorty does. And so, Grunkle, you open your eyes to see Bubby Mimi and Shorty Smalls. And as you open your eyes, the same things begin happening to Toby and Cypress. You guys awaken.
I look at Bubby and it's like, we missed.
Did I save the dungeon?
No.
No.
Oh.
Cypress, you look to your left and you see the lifeless corpse of Jim.
Hey! Put him back! And she's shaking the corpse. She's like, hey, get back in here!
His bones realign themselves and he opens his eyes. Oh! What just happened?
You died.
I feel like I got hit with a dungeon going 90 miles an hour if I knew what that was.
It was probably faster than that, whatever that is. But you did. Well,
So
actually,
are they undead
we
or
hit
are
the
they
dungeon.
just reincarnated?
I'm
usual?
very alive, I think.
He Jim
you better
checks
be.
his body.
I think I'm all here.
I undo my bandage. Is my arm still burning there, or is that like a tattoo? Okay, it's gone. Good.
Well, I'm glad to see you all sign the contracts for your free resurrections.
How did we survive that?
Oh, you
Telling me.
You didn't actually
Make
survive
no
that.
mistake.
Oh,
You feel any different?
I feel
mad.
like me, so I guess.
You're alive. You're just back. You died and you're back.
The only
The free
difference
resurrection.
I feel is I'm going to kill Lich Vezifal. That's all that's going to
I'm
happen.
feeling pretty.
Just for the just
efforts were for nothing.
What?
just for the record, everyone. Lich
No.
Vezifal empowered me to choose who to bring back, and you are the people that I chose to
I'm
get
all there.
resurrected.
Was there a limit?
Is that your payment?
Yeah,
guess.
there was definitely a limit.
Wait,
Jokes.
There was a head count.
You didn't pick me, right?
As
'Cause
you
I
guys
keep
are
doing
arguing,
I
Chef
definitely picked you.
Brittlestink and bartender Bonesy walks up, and Bonesy goes,
What just happened?
You
chose
died.
Bonesy? That's awesome.
I love that.
I also chose Brittlestain.
Well, yeah.
Of course you
Obvi.
Mine.
Duh.
That's your boy.
Yo.
Oh, does that mean the shopkeeper guy is dead? Let's go loot his stuff.
Yeah, the shopkeeper guy is definitely dead. Unless he's got something in there to help him. I don't know what stuff he has to help him survive the situation.
So you
Is
guys
the dungeon
take
just in rubble?
Yeah, everything is completely obliterated.
Chef, we're gonna get you a bigger and better kitchen at the next one.
Did anything happen from that flux?
There was a potency flux on what?
Oh no.
The subflux on the dungeon when it landed?
Oh, snap.
Where?
Dang, alright. Subflux on the dungeon when it landed on Jordan.
Oh, yes.
Jordan, you took extra damage.
That's a waste.
No. So Toby dies instantly and comes back between two pieces of heavy rubble and dies again.
It'd be like that
Toby.
sometimes.
Yeah. So,
Maybe he could come back again and I'll just kill him again.
There you go. So as you guys take a moment to kind of loot what you can and kind of make mental notes, you make your way back to where Lich Vezifal was. And as you guys return, you see the dead body of Lich Vezifal and the dead body of Harrow.
Oh man, he took my
Lich
job.
is dead too?
Wait, what happened?
Both are dead.
Oh, that bummer.
What happened? You guys killed the Lich?
I actually didn't kill the Lich, although I wanted to, and Bubby tried to eat his heart.
Toby's gonna immediately come
They didn't kill him.
Harrow in his arms. My boy, what happened to you?
Wait, did Vanessa die too?
So what happened to
Looking
Harrow's body?
Looking
so
through the
sad.
entire dungeon, everybody is dead with the exception of you all, Jim,
No.
Bonesy, and Brittlesting. Vanessa's lover.
Okay, at least Tad's dead. I got that going for me.
Oh, that sucks. You just don't want to do her voice anymore. I know what it is.
I love
Actually,
doing
I
Vanessa's voice.
specifically
It's
chose
actually
not to
Grunkle.
resurrect him.
I think it's he got tired of me hitting on him.
That's fair.
No, full disclosure, it was left up to Grunkle, and Grunkle chose those people.
Wow.
What happened to the Lich?
Oh, he's dead, obviously.
Looking down at the pile of bones and a
Harrow,
black
my
cloak,
boy.
Toby, you're shaking Harrow's lifeless corpse, and he just doesn't respond.
Toby, I know what it's like to lose a child, and all I can say is dibs on the white meat.
I promised his beautiful mother that I'd keep him safe, and then she died. And
Everyone roll
he's
a
dead.
general check for me.
Okay. We can't.
What killed Harrow, though? Did we see?
Can I?
All you
Lich.
see is that Lich Vezifal's heart is destroyed. Lich Vezifal's animated skeletal form is also just crumbled to pieces. And Harold appears to be without any blood coursing through his body and is lifeless.
Oh.
Can I take Lich Vezifal's skull? I pick it up by the eye holes and I just pick it up and then I toss it and then I punt it as far as I can.
Wait, we could have. We might be able to reanimate him.
As
Why?
you punt it into the sky, the flapping that Shorty heard a moment ago ceases as you feel a thud on the ground and a hand grasp the skull.
What did you think you were doing with this?
Gaelic von Dragos is now sitting right north of you, staring
Oh, hey
you all
there.
directly in the face.
Hey, there,
I was
Mr.
just-
Bone Dragon.
I was
sir.
giving you a present. How you doing?
I am not entertained. Why have you taken from me what was rightfully mine?
What'd you talk about?
What do you mean?
Juice. What
I
are you
thought the
referring
booze was
to?
free.
Lich Vezifal was mine to destroy, and you have taken that right from me.
We didn't actually do it. We came here and he was dead.
Yeah, when we went to the dungeon, he was standing there.
Truth.
We got
Can I
Have
convince him?
taken the blade, you've taken my daughter, and now you take what is rightfully mine. You will all perish. That is my judgment upon you for following such a fool.
That's very inaccurate judgment. We did follow the Lich.
Can I
Chat, let's
convince
get
him?
a roll for Gaelic von Dragos! Exclamation point D100 in chat versus
to convince
Grunkle's 29.
29.
No, me.
He probably has a bonus greater than what I have.
Wait,
I have
okay.
speech.
Yeah, okay, so Cypress has got it. Cypress got it. Okay.
Like, it was me. I said no.
What do
We
you
didn't
say,
do-
Cypress? Grunkle, you kind of stutter for a moment, just like...
Toby's putting on.
He's
like,
just
finger
distraught.
puppet
He's just
demonstrations.
distraught at this whole situation. We came here, the dungeon crashed like kaboom, and then we died, and then we came back because magic. I don't really understand it. And then we walked our happy little butts out here, and then we saw just a pile of bones, and we were like, oh no, it wasn't us. We didn't kill him. We wouldn't take that from you, Garlic von Dragos. Why would we take that from you?
I do sense a modicum of truth in what you say. Let it be
Yes.
so then.
There's
You
been
will
enough,
not
yeah.
perish. Instead, this dungeon, this tower, these are not mine. You work for me.
I mean, that seems fair.
At
Yeah,
this point,
I mean,
we
Hera's
always work
lifeless
for you.
body sits up.
Nope.
Oh my god, my boy, you made it!
Harrow?
Oh, he
Can you tell
fainted?
me how many ghost fingers am I holding up?
Did you faint?
Are you alive?
You hear Hero just... and then he says...
Yeah, I'm fine.
Oh, snap! Oh, snap! He reincarnated himself into Toby.
No, into Hera.
In the
Oh,
hair.
Arrow, yeah.
Buddy, you okay? You sound a little different.
You sound weird.
It's just something caught in my throat, you know? Magic's weird.
All the emotion.
Magic is weird.
Well, listen,
All
what's
that
important is you're safe and you're with me, and Toby can just proceeds to.
No. Well, I guess meat's back off of the menu.
Yeah.
Wait, who let
Oh,
Mom
wow.
watch Lord of the Rings again?
Do you have any objection to being some of my pawns from this point forward? Because if you do, I will gladly end you.
Yeah,
You know,
if the
That's
option
a
is
terrible
Oh no, no problems here.
steady work or death, I think they would probably take the work.
Listen, Bone Dragon. We're not going to. No, you sound
Oh,
like a
no.
good overlord. So
I don't know. I think it'll be a good fight, but it seems we wanna take the jobs.
I will send one of my lieutenants to man this dungeon. You will report
Nope.
to him, or you will
Wait.
perish. What do you mean,
Wait,
nope? Underling, what do you mean, nope? Do you speak for this lot?
I have been approached. I have been made regent of this dungeon.
By
If you're gonna-
one who can't even operate a lowly tower.
Well, it
Team
doesn't matter what he can operate. It matters what I can operate.
Actually, sir, if I might interject.
Yes, you
Hold on,
Or-
vampire
Hero, you're
human.
tender. Let me help you up with my ghost hands.
Thank
I
you.
try and grab Harrow and help pull him up.
Before he died, I walk over to this, like a bunch of books and I pull out papers. This land, the tower, the dungeon, the lease of it was all signed over to Grunkle, and it's been signed by several notaries. So you're gonna have to negotiate with him on more equal terms. You wouldn't want the government, the patriarchy, to get involved now, would you?
A bold claim for one who is just recently undead.
Undead. Shorty, kill him.
Bureaucracy is a tough thing, as you know. The last thing you want is the reapers to come to your lands, to start looking through your
Taking
paperwork.
deep breaths.
The only things that are
With- to
constants
keep
are
myself in
life,
check.
death, and taxes.
You guys
Grunkle,
watch
these are your papers.
as Gaelic von Dragos really takes a moment to weigh some of the options.
So am I
There's
wanting to
one
kill
thing-
Gaelic von Dragos?
Say again?
Am I wanting to kill Gaelic von
Oh
Dragos
yeah,
with
he's
my
the
sword?
strongest undead you've ever seen.
Yeah, so I'm over there just like taking in deep breaths and then breathing out. But as I breathe out, like I'm breathing out fire and little wisps over and over, like trying to keep myself under control.
Is the little lizard okay over there? She
I think
appears to
she's
have-
flirting with you.
She'll be okay. She's just. It's been a day.
After consulting with myself, I have decided that Grunkle shall maintain ownership of this land, but Grunkle, you now officially work for me.
Sounds good.
That seems fair.
Sick.
You will check in with me every month. Here, take this. Use it and you may quickly and effortlessly find your way to my domain.
He hands you a little
excellent.
trinket. It looks to be a very small statuette that resembles Toby. And it allows
Hey,
you
look,
to
I'm
portal
an action
directly to
figure.
Gaelic Von Drago's lair.
Where was he hiding that?
A
Oh,
better access than we had with the Lich.
It was one
Hey,
of his
Mr.
finger bones.
Mr. Dragon,
Gross.
sir. Did you make that finger look like me?
No, I have no idea who you are.
Oh, Toby Gunderson, real pleasure to meet you again.
I don't recognize that name. I modeled this statuette after my daughter's first love. A noble man who would never have taken another lover, even after they broke up.
Oh, that's one interpretation I heard.
Hey, Toby, maybe don't antagonize the bone dragon.
Do the memories
Don't-
did come back to include that?
What was that?
When Toby got some of his memories of his family back, did any of that come with it?
Not at all.
I clearly
That's
remember.
weird. He sounds like a real nice guy. If there's someone that handsome out there, I can't wait to go meet him.
So at this point, Gaelic Von Dragos begins fluttering his wings and flies off into a large portal he conjures and is gone. Blinks out of view.
I gotta admit, he's kind of cool.
Jordan
Cypress
passes out.
just sits
All right,
down on
everybody.
the ground and just lays back and just like, I hate
Grunkle,
today.
Can I see the thing that looks like me?
Me too,
yeah.
Cypress.
I'm gonna
Me
look
too.
at it.
It's awful. Come down here, buddy.
He just
All right,
lays there
I
with
had
you.
the thing to Toby. I go, all right, here's the deal. We're gonna rebuild this dungeon better. I'm gonna appoint Cypress in
What?
charge of training all combats. You're gonna be in charge of
don't
militia
give
training.
me
And,
more
Ah, you're a teacher.
all right, I think we're gonna make Shorty here head of our HR.
Profession.
Because Vanessa was sort of Vanessa no longer is in existence, and our first goal here is going to be to get this dungeon up and running, and we need to get strong enough to kill that guy that just left. He gave us a convenient way to find him when we need to.
Okay. Side note, I do have to make like a small like vacation, but not like a vacation. It's like a work trip to my village, but just not for long.
All right.
You can come if you want.
Also, these papers are blank, so you may actually
Did Harold?
decide.
Did Harold just move?
Yes, I've
No.
been trying to figure out how to shimmy my way over here. And
That's
it
fair.
only took me several days to figure it out, but now I
Hey,
know
buddy,
how
how
to
you
move
doing?
in the snow using my center of gravity to project myself forward. Yes,
Very cool.
it has taken me a moment, and I don't want to cause alarm, but I was instructed to let you all know that Lich Vezifal planned on being deceased.
What do you mean? Because he's
It's-
already dead.
Well, yes, but let's just say he lives on.
In our hearts.
Well, I have to say,
He doesn't
Harold, that
live
was
in
an amazing bluff from someone who didn't seem to be very familiar with bureaucracy.
Harold, do you want me to give you a
Or anything
in the right
other than
direction,
hitting.
buddy?
But I appreciate the bluff. So that means we need to move the timetable up for killing the Draco Lich.
don't understand why Gaelic didn't take the sword back. But he didn't. I still have it. It's quite powerful.
I wonder if
probably
you
confused.
held it. I wonder if he held it, if it would compel him to stab himself.
I don't know. It's very compelling. I've had to do a lot of meditation and self-reflection to be able to handle it. Not kill everyone around me all the time.
Okay, hold on.
Everyone or just the undead people?
Situated, guys.
Just the undead people. But, you know, I'm kind of dingy, and sometimes I'm not sure who's undead and who's not. So I feel a compulsion to kill all kinds of people.
I mean, that's the voice inside of our head. That's just normal.
Yeah, that's pretty normal.
It's sort of like kill the most powerful undead around. She stabs a dog.
My Lord Harrow, shall we, just Harrow, shall we go to, the tower and maybe review some spells?
Yes, we should review some spells and prepare.
Grunkle, could I see if Grunkle could make me a sheath for my sword, so maybe I won't feel like I need to compulsively kill people all the time? Like Toby.
Is review some spells some, like, slang that I'm not aware of?
Everyone can roll a speech check if you would like. Harrow, go ahead and roll it as well.
I can't even hit that.
It's impossible. As they begin wandering, Harrow and Harold.
Hold on, Harold. I'm gonna push you, buddy.
As you begin pushing him, it like stops working for a moment periodically. Harrow just kind of like grabs him and drags him.
Getting a hand cramp or something.
As Harrow and Harold pass by the guards, they all salute Harrow as he wanders in, and as Grunkle meanders behind, they drop their salute.
Uh-oh.
Yes, salute him.
What?
You just saluted Harrow. Why did you salute Harrow?
Courtesy?
Why does he get the courtesy?
I mean, he's Harrow.
Checks out.
He's a very good boy.
You believe that as Grunkle's entering the tower, he overhears, you believe that guy? He's been the leader for like 5 minutes and he wants us to salute him? Harrow is at least like the next in line, you know?
Why did we roll a speech check?
To see if it was a euphemism for something else, in which Cypress, you have determined that Harold and Harrow are cooking up something interesting.
Actually.
So is everyone undead now, or we just came back to life? Who is Harrow undead?
I mean, I'm still undead.
Jim kind of speaks up. We're all fine, but I really don't have a good vibe on Harrow. I think he might be still undead.
Yes.
Well, not still, but newly.
Strange feeling about him too.
The Dracolich did say freshly undead. So.
No. Listen. Harrow's a good boy. He's just.
I don't trust your judgment.
After what happened, I'll just bake him some cookies.
Toby, you have terrible judgment.
Stories, and then he'll be good. Get a couple
Very
of
bad
in there.
Wait,
if he's
Bobby,
not good, we can just chop his head off.
How did you survive the fall?
What? I wasn't even in the dungeon.
What do you mean? You've been here for like months.
What?
I could have sworn that you stayed behind. Did you not?
What?
You're not.
No, Bobby wasn't in the dungeon.
No.
She's been
I went
with
to
us.
get a drink.
Before we came to the dungeon with me, Grunkle, and Toby, she stayed behind down here.
Who have I been talking to for several months about deep inward thoughts?
I don't know. They're dead now, though, unfortunately.
Yeah.
I mean,
Wasn't me.
if you're interested in my mod, that's okay. You and I can talk as men. And
Bubby be in two
we can work
places at
something
once?
out.
No, it was like
Oh,
a.
can I?
It was
Is
like
that a thing I can do?
No, I thought it was Bobby this whole time. It was just like
Maybe
a
it was.
very womanly voice. Reminded me of a grandmother.
Maybe it was me.
Weird.
Do I have
well.
the E ESPN?
I think it's the Ocho is the one you have.
Oh, yeah.
Grunkle,
Ouch.
what do you want me to do? Are you assigned jobs already? Where'd you go?
He's in the tower.
Stuck in the doorway, apparently.
Boys.
Boris?
They do
that's better.
not salute Jim.
Hey, guys. You're still terrible.
Oh, hey there. How you guys
Look
doing
who's
again?
talking!
Oh, well, we gotta
I am.
clean up Alcor.
Oh my goodness. Oh, I forgot the slaughterhouse in here.
Hey, Bone Buddies, let me tell you, at the Dragon Guy's place, they got some high class stuff for us undead folk. It'll really knock your socks off.
We're never going there. We work here. We don't want to go elsewhere.
Maybe like once every couple hundred years you get a day off or something.
Why'd your voice change?
Okay, listen, that's my mother in me.
Oh, gotcha, yeah. So, as Grunkle steps over the lifeless corpse of Mac, you notice that Hera and Harold are deep in study inside the inner sanctum of the tower's library.
Oh, hey, look,
Just go look over their shoulder.
they're making good buddies. That's nice.
We have company, my lord, friend, man cub.
I shall call him Mowgli.
Lord Grunkle. How fares thou this day?
I was
You're
just
good with that.
checking to see what you guys researching.
They just research notes that Vezifal wanted to be destroyed upon his death, or else removed to a more secure location.
Yes, very
Si-
secure. Yes, the statue's best friend can confirm that.
Mhm.
So Shorty takes a deep breath in, is trying to maintain herself, and she just blows fire out onto the notes that he's holding in his hands.
Roll a
I
stamina
quickly
check,
try
Hera.
to distinguish.
Death.
While y'all are doing that, Toby's out there just poking the ooey remains of Mac.
Gross.
Every time you poke him, you can hear, "Meow, meow."
Technically, he leaked out of the broken thing, right? So his suit's still sort of intact. So if you could somehow shrink down, Toby, you might be able to figure out how you controlled it.
Mm-hmm.
I can be a mech boy.
With a 97, Shorty, roll a breath weapon attack. I think you get like a plus 30 to it.
I thought it was plus 50.
Maybe. Oh, yeah, it was plus 50.
Technically.
Yeah, technically. So as you blow fire at it, Harrow dexterously removes it from the flame.
What? Why are you trying to burn these notes? They're precious to me. I mean, precious to Vezifal.
What was this?
Did I catch that?
About you.
Cypress is just leaning against the table in the center of the room, just staring really, really hard at him. Like, just
Anywho.
looking very
I have
deeply.
a trusting feeling. I feel like I'm being lied to.
Me too.
You're definitely
No.
being lied to.
No lies here.
There's scheming
Guys,
happening
look at
here.
what
I don't
happens
trust
when you
you.
squish him between your fingers. It gets all slimy and stretchy. Man.
Bubby, you're watching this firsthand.
Look, if you are some way, did you do a shape change into Harrow and change Harrow's corpse into you somehow?
He is Harrow. What do you mean, you?
No.
I don't know. He got saluted, and he just said my notes.
The lights are on, but
didn't.
it's somebody else in the house, if you know what I'm saying.
Earl was always consistent in his communication and thought process. You know who was it? Vezifal.
Bubby, come here, please. Shed some light that your lovely Shmooey is indeed who gone and not this interesting humanoid
you're
individual.
going to bring his mother into it. Okay.
Right.
Does not a mother know her own?
Tell them.
I just look at him, I go, all right, you're Harrow.
No, let's settle this once and for all. Bubby, look deep into Harrow's eyes. Harrow, who has been with you from what I understand for a long time. He's even reloaded your cross. Oh, not that close. What is happening? Is this not, in fact, your friend and not your deceased son, Vezifal?
This is definitely not Shmooey.
There you
because Shmooey, we would know if it was him. He's terrible at talking. He's terrible at walking.
No, he's not.
Terrible at just about everything there is. Honestly, I'm kind of glad he's gone. He was kind of a blight on society, to be honest. And you know, yes, I've still got good Shmooey, so that's all right, I guess.
Can I grapple? Can I grapple Harrow and
Absolutely.
like get his arms behind his back?
Yeah.
I'm just
as Cypress
throwing
does
out
that,
random
can I
stuff.
attack?
Yeah.
I'm trying to
goodness.
get him.
All right,
I'm trying to goad him into revealing himself.
So as Bubby is goading Harrow into revealing himself, which he just did, he said, "No, I'm not."
No, I'm not.
Cypress grabs him with a 66, and Shorty, you attack him with a 164,
64,
which is a absolute hit. What are you attacking him with? The blade?
Yeah.
All right, so you do a whopping amount of damage. Does not kill Harrow, but the gash that it leaves allows for a lavender and black vapor to emanate from the wound, indicating that Harrow is indeed now undead.
Oh yeah, you're not Lich Vezifal, she says in his ear as she has him behind the back with both of his hands.
All right, you caught me. Don't dab me again.
Yeah, you better fess up and
promises.
tell us what you're thinking, or I'm gonna try to cut your head off next time.
I'm leaving. Grunkle,
You're leaving.
I'm giving you everything.
I don't think so. You're lying.
Oh,
it's
No,
fine.
Not
it's
Team
true.
Grunkle.
Look here in the notes, and written in basically purple crayon, it says, "I'm leaving," signed Vezifal.
I'm done. I had only wanted to build a dungeon because there was a person who said I could not build a perfect dungeon. I've five dungeons down, not
Did you
equipped.
say that?
Wait,
Did you
I
tell
thought it
him he
was
couldn't
just
do
the
it?
four, my lord.
It was the
What?
Dracolich that said that to him.
Wait,
It was Vanessa.
But-
She
Yeah,
was my
Vanessa
last.
said it. I mean,
Well,
I probably
Vanessa's
could
not
have
here
been more
anymore.
supportive, but
You got
he
rid of her
didn't
for
deserve
you.
it.
So you're
But you
just
guys should understand that it is, of course, Vezifal, the reason that we're still alive here today.
Yeah, and
Hey, bro, do you realize that Vanessa, as soon as apparently we left, she fell in love with another ghost? Can you
Yeah,
believe that?
oh yeah,
I believe it was a short romance.
Tad was awesome. He was the best
I
ghost
don't-
I've ever met.
Honestly, real swell guy. Loved hanging out with
Lying to
him.
me just a little bit, Jim. He's gone. Okay, you
I'm
didn't
sorry.
need to say that.
I wasn't thinking.
listen, but why did you take Harrow's body?
Well, Harrow volunteered. Y'all actually.
Did he?
Yeah,
I take the pendant that y'all gave Harrow a long time ago.
Well, that's not volunteering. That's being stupid.
Being voluntold.
Yeah. It's being
long
stupid
time
and
ago.
accepting gifts from strangers when you really shouldn't.
Yeah, we also
Strangers?
didn't
Friends
we
you
also
haven't
get
met yet.
Vanished for a few minutes,
That is such wisdom, Bubby.
and
Yeah.
I fell in love with his mother, and then she disappeared. I mean, died, and
A lot happened.
A lot of weird stuff happens around us.
Anyways,
Round Toby.
I'm retiring. I faked my death.
Not
Now
well.
he won't hunt me down. This
Unless
is
we
your
tell
dungeon.
him.
Why would we tell
Why
him?
would you tell him?
I don't know, fun.
You double cross us, we'll tell him.
How would I double cross you?
I
I
don't,
don't know.
Wait,
You're sneaky!
My
Hold
lord,
on,
my
hold on,
lord,
hold
what,
on, time-
what
time
exactly
out,
are you
everybody.
taking with you from your tower?
Yeah.
My notes, my spell tomes, my underground undead army. We're
No.
gonna go find a
No,
nice
I don't think so. Those are my
stronghold.
notes.
No.
Sure, he's like,
You
I
take-
have the copyright.
You take
Who
nothing.
killed
And
me
we won't
then
tell
forced me
Gaelic
to
Von
undead?
Dragos.
Just say trust me.
Yeah. You just let us die being crashed into the ground in a dungeon. I don't freaking think
I have
so.
been dying
sir.
repeatedly for hundreds
So what
of years.
purpose do we serve by being alive? How do we help Vezifal by being alive? Because
You don't
there's
help.
I don't believe this trickery is an earnest.
We run the dungeon for him.
If it wasn't an earnest, he would just not bring us back.
Who is
He
Ernest?
allowed me to pick people so that we can go ahead and build our own dungeon and do our own thing and
I don't want to be in a dungeon for the rest of my life.
He's going to
supposed to
take
be
all
like
the
a
notes and
50-year
spells
thing.
in the army with him.
but
Yeah.
that's okay because I was thinking about expanding also into haunted castles.
Oh, that
Ooh.
does sound fun.
No.
I'm smarter.
You could get some above ground sunlight, moonlight. Oh, you like the moon, right? Yeah.
No,
Haunted
okay.
castle, moonlight, courtyard.
I've seen better.
He just pops in and says, "Hey, how you doing? What you need?" And then he pops back out.
That would not scare anybody, Toby.
No, I don't mean for scared. I mean it's like efficient.
Oh.
Well, if he's
It
earnest,
was.
why did he have to lie to us about being
Yeah.
Arrow?
Wait, your name is Ernest? I thought you're.
To be fair, the less we know, the less we can accidentally divulge to other people. He's really just
It's a
protecting
little
himself.
too.
Well, I
late
got that
for
in spades.
You have a spade?
No, he's Ben Spade.
Yeah.
Well, if he's just, taking some notes, maybe leave the army. We could use that to help get this dungeon back up.
Yeah. You can't have the army. You can have whatever else.
Where's
Or else
my
we tell,
army?
we tell Gaelic Von Dragos that you're alive. How about that?
Don't you
Boom.
She'd
just
do
take
it,
a
too.
while? You're undead now. You don't even have to, have a sense of time. You can just make more.
Yeah, you're used to that.
Yeah, I guess I'll start from scratch again.
There you don't want this old army anyways. You want like a new brand fresh corpse
Why don't you take
army.
the 4 pieces of crap out front that didn't
Yeah,
salute
you
our
can take
Lord
them.
Grunkle?
Yeah, you can take them though. They're bad.
All right.
You know, they did say they wanted to travel.
Speaking of which, Grunkle, it might be a process, but as a parting gift to you, Harold, do you have the notes about becoming a lich?
Oh,
On you?
yes. These are my favorite books.
If
Oh,
you,
Wait,
if you ever decide to make the transition to true Lord of the Undead,
Step 1, kill your brother. Come on.
No, that was just a flourish. He didn't have to do that.
It's
well, it's a
optional.
nice touch. And
an extra.
Toby, the offer is open. You could come with me.
Wait,
Reforge that brotherly bond. We don't.
He's probably just gonna kill you again, just
He'll
for
come back
funsies.
again.
Well, yeah, but that's a lot. Patrick's like whatever sibling side over and over again.
It's the dream.
No,
No, it is. It really
maybe
is. the
for
dream.
your messed up family, but not mine.
for him, it's like a stress ball. You just,
Yeah.
Punch
get
you.
out your aggression, and
I
then
can
it goes
understand
back
that.
to normal.
Well, Lich Vezifal, why don't you just tell us maybe where you end up?
I'll
We'll
do
go
that.
from there.
Yeah, they're gonna need my help getting everything back up, but then maybe when you get settled, I'll come visit. We'll have some drinks.
I'm looking
Oh,
forward
yeah.
to a quiet century or two.
Yeah, if you happen to stumble across something good at killing Dracoliches, just send it our way.
Oh, don't you? You already have the sword that hurts undead.
He didn't seem to be too afraid of it.
He's
I
not
don't
afraid
know
of
that
a
I
lot
knew
of
what it
things.
was.
Could we have put it together with the sword that hates dragons? Would that have made like a super weapon against him?
Perhaps.
Nah, it's too bad we gave it to him.
Yeah, and it's a shame that you're working for him. Perhaps a heist is in order.
We're only working for him until we could take him out.
And that's the dream. That'll be a century
We
or
put
two.
the hostile in hostile takeover. Eh.
Well, Grunkle, if you ever need an undead ally,
Don't call you.
Thank
find
you.
someone ever.
Thank you.
I left you my army. Thank you.
I learned a lot. I was supposed to not get attached to him, but I don't know what happened.
Before you go, I have one question. So was your name actually Ernest? Did I misremember?
No, it was Harrow.
I thought it was Vez. Oh, okay.
No, my old form was Vezifal, but now I am Lich Harrow.
You're not a
Lichero?
lich though yet, my lord.
All right, we'll go back to Vezifal. You're right.
Lich Harold
This is all very.
does not sound as good.
Mm-mm. It
is
sounds like
very-
you're trying to say the chair in another
The Lich,
language.
the Lich
Chero.
formerly known as Vezifal.
Lechero.
You could be Lafazev. Lafazev?
Bless you?
Tom Riddle.
What is that?
Yeah,
My
First
lord,
name
we-
backwards.
Volo Riddle.
Instead of Vezifal, he could be Lafavez. It doesn't roll off the
I
tongue.
will not call you that.
Listen,
I'll figure it out.
Strain that hard to push an idea or a poop out, and you're doing too much. You gotta relax.
I guess all that's left is to get my notes, my books, and then say my goodbyes.
I actually
Shelby?
have all your books, my lord.
Do you want
Alright.
a hug?
Toby, I apologize for the first time I killed you. Not
Only
the other.
first time.
How many times have you killed me?
How many
Let's
times
not
has
get
anyone
into,
killed you?
Yes, let us not get into semantics. It's
Bobby
been quite
Mimi?
a lot.
Anyway, Cypress, stay cool.
She's been holding him captive this whole time, and he's just talking, and she's like, "Oh yeah, no, we're cool, bye."
Grunkle, I trust that you will create a fine establishment.
Oh, absolutely. We're gonna kill a lot of heroes.
And Shorty Smalls, thank you for trusting me.
I don't trust you.
You trusted me enough to let me kill your friends one last time.
I guess technically, I killed us as I brought the dungeon down.
Harold
It'd be
the
like, that's
statue,
a
Semantics.
very slowly, screet, screet, screet along the floor over to Bubby, and he kind of like leans down and goes, Bubby, you and I haven't spent a lot of time together, but I want you to know,
There's a reason.
if you find yourself lonely,
Oh no.
give me a call.
Hey, can I call you?
No.
Why would I? I'm going with. I'm going with Shmooey.
Screet. What was that?
I'm going with Shmooey.
What do you mean
Yeah,
you're going with
Toby.
Shmooey?
I spent forever tracking his bony butt down
You
I
were
ain't gonna
just
lose him
like
now.
2 stories, or like 12 stories below him.
Well, that wasn't my fault.
Fair.
My
Harold,
cheeks are.
Oh, I just thought about it. That means that Vezifal kept his mother in the basement.
Gross.
let's not dig too far into that.
Only to the basement.
I'm just saying, I've been looking for Shmooey, and here he is. I can't lose him now.
No punching bag.
I think that's a great idea
Well,
for Bubby to go with Shmooey and keep an eye on him.
I guess, leap on and fine, you can ride on the back.
I guess.
Oh, well, hold on now,
like,
Mr. Space
You want to like
Pants.
hug or something? Maybe.
Wait a
I
minute.
don't know.
Not really.
Time out.
Did you want
30 seconds ago, you were trying to get me to hit you up. And now all of a sudden it's a big deal if I ride on you. You know what?
It was
Go
an
on.
empty gesture.
No, get out of here. Get out of here.
Scream!
Go.
Scream!
Go with Bad Louie and get out of here.
All right, Toby, I guess
I don't want nothing to do with either of you.
Okay, bring it in.
And everyone witnesses what can only be described as the most half-hearted, unloving, superficial hug ever to be experienced by 2 sentient beings.
Sorry about
It's like Step Brothers when they're like kind of hugging each other but like punching each other at the same time.
Oh, exactly. And with that, Harrow, Lich Vezifal, Harold the statue, the 4 named skeleton guards leave. Which direction are you heading, Lich Vezifal?
South.
A wise choice. Heading to the south, they leaving behind Cypress, Jim, Shorty, Bubby, Toby, and of course, their new leader, Grunkle.
And I would assume a very giant statue trail.
Yes.
Hashtag Team Grunkle.
Hashtag Team Grunkle in chat. We are going to call it there. We're going to take a few moments in the post show, which you can gain access to by becoming a patron on our Patreon page, to figure out what the next steps are for Grunkle's crew of dungeon leaders, the executive dungeoneers. I don't know. So we'll hang out for a moment, enjoy the outro video, and we will be back in a moment. Toodaloo.
Bye.